welcome to Senior Moments. My name is Vickie Carraher. I am the Senior Service Coordinator for the City of Kettering. Today I have a very special guest from the City of Kettering, Andria Perkins from our Planning and Development Department. Welcome, Andria.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We have so much to talk about today, but kind of give me an overview of what the Community Development Block Grant does.
So the Community Development Block Grant is a special allocation that the city gets directly from the federal government from Housing and Urban Development. And so that allows our Community Development Division to assist low to moderate income residents directly.
Okay, so tell me a little bit, name some of the programs, and then we'll just kind of go into them a little deeper. So what is it when someone calls you and they have a need? What are some of the things that you can help them with?
Right, so typically the things that Housing and Urban Development would want us to do would be things to stabilize our neighborhoods, to help homeowners who are low to moderate income, to make sure that we have good quality housing, and to make sure that our neighborhoods are safe and serving our residents well, to make sure that our economy and our community is well. So things that we do are like rehab for low to moderate income homeowners, emergency repairs, accessibility for maybe seniors who are trying to stay in their homes, that kind of thing. And then we sometimes will give out grants to nonprofits to have them do this similar kind of work in our communities as well if they're trying to help improve our community. We do fair housing kind of work in our community as well.
So let's start with the beginning. I want to move into Kettering, and I may be lower moderate income, but I like the school system. I really want to live there. What can you do to help that new homeowner, maybe first-time homeowner, or someone that needs to move into the community or wants to move into the community?
Yeah, so if you're already a homeowner, what we have for people who are under 80% of area median income, let's start there.
Okay.
80% of area median income, so let me define what that means first of all. Okay, so for a household of one person, that's $42,400. Household of two, $48,450. Household of three, $54,500. Household of four is $60,550. Okay.
So they would qualify for programs if they were at or under that number.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So then we have emergency grants, accessibility grants. If you have lead in your home, we will remove the lead. And then if you wanted to do rehab, either let's say you want to take care of a furnace you're concerned about, or you want to upgrade the entire house to make sure that for the next 10 to 20 years it's going to be in really good solid condition. For those kind of things, we have loans that are either 0 or 1% interest depending on your ability to repay.
Okay. So that what the city would provide that loan. I do have a lot of people who call me and say, my furnace went out and today it's not so bad, but last weekend it was kind of bad. So they would come into you and fill out an application. What kind of things do you need from someone who wants one of your programs?
Yeah, so the application is, obviously just a paper form. They also have to give us things like utility bills, their income information, mortgage statement, insurance information on the property, bank statements, that kind of information.
Individuals who are applying for, I know you have an accessibility. Is there a person who, what kind of person can get that? If I know they have to be income qualified, but do they have to have a disability? How does that work?
They do need some kind of reason that they need to have that work to be done. If the disability is not obvious to our naked eye, for example, we can see that they're in a wheelchair and therefore we can just document it in our notes. Then they need some third-party information. So that could be it could come from a doctor, but we don't need it to be that. It could come from a third-party organization that they're with.
Okay.
So it could be someone who knows about their disability who's willing to say they have a disability and they need this need, and then we can put it in the file.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people, when they talk about that, individuals who are handicapped or disabled, those individuals, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. So individuals who may have that and it may not be that obvious, they still can qualify.
Absolutely.
So emergency, if I need a furnace how quickly can we get that emergency loan going?
So sometimes we're able to do an emergency loan in a week or two, just depending on how fast you can get all of your paperwork together.
Okay.
We also do work with Community Action, and they, when we have an active grant with them, which we're getting under contract right now, they have someone on staff who's already under contract, and so they're able to get through much faster.
Okay.
So you don't actually have to get 3 bids and get under contract with the contractor as well, which adds an extra layer in addition to turning in the paperwork. So with Community Action, you just have to turn in your paperwork and not actually find a contractor as well. So we're working on getting back under contract with them also, so that we can serve people with emergency needs faster.
Okay. So an individual who meets the income guideline, but maybe they're not ready for a house, but they want to live in Kettering, what can we assist those individuals with?
So we do have rental assistance right now, and currently, in the past it was if you had a COVID-related reason that you were maybe behind on your rent. Right now, our funds have shifted that it just needs to be something that has happened during COVID.
Okay.
And our funding is for any community that our Kettering courts serve. So I don't know if everyone knows, but our Kettering courts serve Centerville, Washington Township, Moraine, and Kettering. So all of those communities and the zip codes that those communities have, we serve all of them. So if you were looking for like deposit funds for a new apartment, we could assist with that, for example. And we can do up to 12 months past due rent and 3 months forward.
Okay,
and so we do have rental assistance, and that is the same income level that we just talked about for the homeowners. It's the same for the renters.
That's good, because it is a tough time for people right now. There are a lot of people who haven't had jobs. They've had some problems, and they're like, I still need to pay my rent, and that becomes that's a good thing that we can do with that. So we are looking at some other things with utilities. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
In the next few months, we are planning to bring on a utility assistance program for Kettering residents only. This will not apply to all the same communities the court serves, but for Kettering residents only, for up to 3 months past due bills for electric, gas, and water. We are planning to offer some assistance with those. So stay tuned for more details. Make sure you sign up for all the Kettering e-newsletters and look on social media, but we are planning to open that up for Kettering residents, both homeowners and renters.
Okay. So what else might we be interested in that you guys are got going over there?
We do have a couple of really exciting things going on with Day Air Credit Union. So for people who are more moderate income, you don't have to be low to middle income, but you could just be really middle income Kettering resident, up to 120% of area median income. So it's a little higher. So let me tell you what that means. So for a household of 1, that's $63,600. For a household of 2, that's $72,650. For a household of 3, $81,750. Household of 4, $90,850. So very middle income.
That's really good.
Yes, very middle income. So we have 2 new programs with Day Air. So if you wanted to renovate your house, and I've seen quite a lot of roofs in Kettering that could just use a little new roof, right? maybe you need a roof loan, right? Okay. So you go into Day Air and you're like, okay, Day Air, I need a loan for my roof. So what would happen then is Day Air would give you the first 60% as a loan. And what I've seen is their interest rates are typically ranging from like 3 to 7%. Really decent loans, okay? The last 40%, the city of Kettering is going to fund. And that comes as a 5-year forgivable loan. So you stay in your house for 5 more years, and at the end of the 5-year period, that loan, poof, goes away, it's forgiven.
That's awesome. That's a big help for individuals who, we have a lot of the seniors that I work with, I know, their homes have gotten older and they're starting to show that wear and tear, and they need to maintain it. But it's hard to do that when you're on a fixed income. And that's really good that the income is so much higher. So what else we got going on with Day Air?
So if you want to buy a house and live in the city of Kettering, really great news. Same income, middle income buyers. So that 120% of area median income, we are offering 10% down payment and your closing costs up to $20,000. So let's think about this. If you find a house for $150,000, we give you $15,000 down payment and $5,000 closing costs, or $5,000 towards your closing costs. You could get up to $20,000, and in 5 years, you stay in that house. In 5 years, that goes away and is forgiven.
That is amazing. I have never actually heard of something that good. So
it's a great program.
We do have quite a few people who see this show who may not even live in Kettering. So come on, get them to Kettering.
Now, I will say we don't have a ton of housing stock that is available. However, we're hoping that more will come online in the spring, and hopefully that more people who want to be home buyers and want to live in Kettering will be able to make that dream a reality this spring.
That's really exciting, because to offer all these things, we're just building a very strong community for people who need housing and they need assistance from time to time. It's nice that they can get that and stay in the home that they love, or move to a better home or a home from an apartment. And that forgivable loan is amazing.
Right. And all of this really, a lot of this is about recovering from the pandemic, helping people to stand up after what we've gone through. And we're here just to help our residents have a better time going forward. All of this, putting these funds towards these things, is to make our community stronger, to weave a stronger community going forward.
And I think that's what we're seeing in Kettering. And I know that, the housing stock is lower. Lots of people are, the house is on the market 2 days and it's sold. So sometimes that is, and there are some homes that are available that need to be renovated. And so there are some things that we can do not only to get them into the home, but then, help with some renovation.
Yep. And so if you wanted to apply for either of those programs through Day Air, you have to actually apply through Day Air. So their phone number is 937-643-2160. And you can also go online to dayair.org.
Okay, so that's awesome. Anything else? You're making me tired with all the stuff you guys are doing over there.
We are very busy in planning and development. We are very, very busy. So,
and I think that just does build those stronger communities that we want in our community. And so, if you are a senior and you need assistance with this program, I can help you with that.
Yep, I call Vickie all the time when people say, like, I can't make it in there to get an application. Can you help me fill out an application? We work together very, very well.
So it's really nice that I can go out, and I see individuals who aren't necessarily seniors, younger disabled people, people with families who are struggling. Some of the things we can do at the Kettering Connection that help people as well. You see individuals who may need some programs with insurance, or they may need some assistance with helping take care of them in their home. those kind of things, then you can send those over to me.
One of the things I think that we do really well in Kettering is if we're going to touch a household and we see a need that they have, we want to get them as stable as we possibly can. We don't want to just give them this one piece and leave them struggling in this other area. So if we know that we can help them get stronger over here, we're going to address that issue with them. If we have a resource or can get them that resource or get them connected, we're going to do that.
Yeah, so Andria's kind of you're kind of like half program coordinator, part social worker. We all work together to meet the needs of the community, and I think that is what keeps Kettering strong, and it keeps Kettering kind of on its knees. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
If you need assistance with any of these applications, Andrea, give them your phone number in the office.
So our planning and development phone number is 296-2441, and that will get you to all of these programs. So if you just need more information about any of the programs, call Planning and Development, 296-2441.
Yes, and if you need assistance with applications, or you need an assistance to go, somebody to go out to your house and help you with these things, sometimes I can help you gather the documents that you might need. Please give me a call at the Kettering Connection at 937-296-3356. We're able to help with insurance, we're able to help with utility assistance and food assistance. Individuals, you can just come in there and say, I've had people come in through the door and they say, I don't even know what I need. I just know that I'm having a lot of struggles, and what can you help me with? And so we can, trying to get them to the services they need. So thank you, Andria, for being with us today. Awesome information. And my head is reeling from all of the stuff that you're going through.
Absolutely.
The good thing is, call Planning and Development. They are going to be able to assist you in getting to the services and the people and walk you through the process. We're not going to hand you an application and say, okay, well, that's it, you figure it out. No. We're going to help you with all the things that you need. So you can contact me at the Kettering Connection at 937-296-3356. Thanks for joining us today.